Welcome to the whole program. This video will be on coping with the changing seasons. As we prepare for the winter months and a long break from school, we will face a lot of change. Changing seasons alone bring about many emotions, and feelings of sadness and loneliness are commonly produced, as there is less light during the daytime and the days are often cold and dreary. This is, of course, if you live or are returning to a location that has winter or cold and snowy months. Many people experience times when they feel unlike their usual selves or are feeling sad and alone. Sometimes these mood changes begin and end alongside the changing seasons. Many people feel down and out when the days become shorter in the fall and winter and the daylight hours are less and less. This is exacerbated by the colder weather and snow that arrives in Minnesota and many other places during the wintertime. So, what do we make of these winter blues, and how do we protect our mental health when we start feeling down and out in the middle of the cold and dark winter season? When the weather changes and it becomes colder and less sunny, we often experience a deficit in vitamin D. The lack of vitamin D may influence our feelings of sadness and lack of energy in the winter, as vitamin D is usually produced by the body when it is exposed to sunlight. With less daylight in the wintertime, people may experience low vitamin D levels, which impacts serotonin activity. Some researchers believe that our mood changes with the seasons due to reduced activity of serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter or a brain chemical that works to regulate mood. In the winter, serotonin levels may be reduced due to the lack of exposure to sunlight, which disrupts the normal serotonin levels. This disruption, in turn, impacts normal bodily rhythms, which makes it more difficult for people to adjust to the seasonal changes in day length. This often leads to sleep, mood, and behavior changes. Our body is controlled by its circadian rhythms, which are our body's natural alarm clock that helps to regulate bodily functions such as mood and the wake and sleep cycles. In the winter, our circadian rhythms can be thrown off, as the sky is lighter in the morning and darker earlier in the evening, but our busy schedules require that we continue our lives as though nothing has changed. This shift in daylight cycles, despite our tendencies to continue our normal schedules, as well as other factors such as genetics and body chemistry, may impact our mental health during these winter months. We have all probably experienced these feelings of being out of it, or a bit sad and lonely during the cold, dark winter months, as it happens to many people. There are many different strategies to combat these mood changes that may be helpful as we transition from fall into winter here in Minnesota. Additionally, if you do not live in Minnesota and are planning to return to a warm location during break and interim, you may not experience the shift from fall to winter. However, these tips are generally helpful for while you're in the Midwestern United States. One of the most beneficial things you can do to improve your mood when you are feeling down is to find a way to engage in physical activity. By now, you have likely been told over and over again that physical activity is good for you, and it is so true. Exercising for 30 minutes a day can help your body release endorphins, which are your body's happy hormones. While this may be a challenge in the cold and snowy months, even walking around your house or your dorm room or doing a short exercise class has the potential to improve your mood greatly. Additionally, eating healthy is one way to improve your mood during the winter months. This may be a challenge during the holiday season due to the abundance of sweets. However, if you strive to eat a balanced diet with occasional indulgences during the holiday season, you may feel better. Thank you for listening to the whole program video on learning how to cope with the changing seasons. If you're looking for more resources or information, head to the whole program website.